Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world because neither one of us don't have law degrees. I am Sofa King Marvelous, AK Prince Jr., minus in the ass, cheeks cut out on my chaps. And that is...
Not your average Joseph. It's me again. And we would like to say happy 2 days have already gone by the time you've gotten this. Mother's Day. Yeah.
Sí. Bueno.
Bueno.
And we are the Podical Sons.
That's us. Show. That's us. You probably might have gotten to our voices a little bit quicker because we're experimenting this week with the intro. How about we get them to let us know how they're feeling it, if they like this new shorted up version.
Yeah.
Or if they like the full extended, we get our rap on and do our thing.
Don't be shy.
Or if they want a new rap. Maybe they might, maybe they want something new.
I talk jewels and spit diamonds, all cherry like a hymen. When I'm rhyming with remarkable timing.
Marv might need to have the next one. Marv might need to have the next one.
Hey.
Okay. All right.
Get me started.
Let's start the damn show.
Don't get me started. I was about to say, how you feeling today? Oh, and salute to the beautiful people and stuff and the wonderful people across the world that do subscribe and listen to us. If you haven't before, you're in for a show. Subscribe. And if not, thank you for rocking with us. And let's get to some great shit.
Okay.
And the first thing, great shit and stuff, let's talk about a slapping competition.
Now, I kind of threw you off when I mentioned it to you because I said slap boxing.
I thought you were on cocaine.
All right, so let's first start off by telling what slap boxing is and why you may have been confused of what I'm about to introduce.
So when I was younger and stuff and everything, people would slap box, whatever. It's kind of like you're boxing, but boxing, you're balling up fists.
Right.
Whatever. Slap boxing, you're just hitting them with open hands and stuff.
Open hands.
Pow, pow.
Right.
That's slap boxing.
Okay.
So when you said that, I'm like, this is a slap boxing competition? I'm like, I wouldn't mind joining it, but I gotta see how long I gotta train for.
And it's funny because me knowing what slap boxing actually is, I just went ahead and I just said slap boxing, knowing that it's not actually that. So what I'm talking about is
a slapping contest.
A slapping contest.
But because your West Indian ass like to call it a box, that's why you combine the two.
Right. Slap box, slap boxing. That's how I eventually got to that. So, like I was telling you about maybe a month or so on Twitter, I noticed in my feed, and this, what the funny thing is about it? Now that I think about it, there's not any sports going on right now. So they're trying
UFC came back last night.
UFC came back last night.
Yeah.
But from that time, it's all just been like reruns and trying to find out like, what can we show? I've seen everything from home workouts, father and daughter gymnastics. I've seen everything on these sports channels. So
why you didn't see dodgeball? Because hear me out. Dodgeball, ain't nobody touching nobody though.
It's true.
But the slapping competition, you touching somebody, so you breaking social distance.
But I don't know. Can you throw the cooties around with the ball?
If you did it with a glove on. If you did it with a glove on, though.
All right.
And every time somebody get popped, you just, dip the ball in some sanitizer. Come on, let's go, baby.
Go again. So, I noticed every now and then I would flip and I would see two gentlemen standing across from each other with a table on the side. An arena going around, not much different from how you would see like a freestyle battle, let's say, right? Where you got two MCs just about to go at it, standing face to face, right? Only difference, there's a table in between the two of them. So I'm like, okay, what's this all about? What's this all about? So you hear the crowd going in the background, and I see one dude's like muscling up, like he's preparing himself for something.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
See the next dude stretching and limbering up, and I'm like, what's he stretching for? Then I started seeing him doing this movement. You know when you keep your hips still, but your upper torso just rotates like an old 20-minute workout video? He was doing that. So when he kept doing that, I noticed he kept going back further.
So you never seen this in action before?
This I've never seen.
Gotcha.
Actually, I've seen a meme, but it was just like out in the parking lot and just two kids going at it.
Right, so you didn't think nothing.
I just figured, okay, it's a game people play. But I'm looking at it now. I'm like, look, no, this looks like an official sport that's happening right now.
It's like white boy at his finest, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Dude, when I seen him wind his hand back to the point where it looked like he would have just stretched out everything and just fall apart and came forward like this and seen that hand connect with the cheek. Scott,
Mm-hmm.
I said, what is this? You can legally slap. Now can you only legally slap somebody? It's a sport?
Yeah, because you black and they're not black. So they make fun out of shit that people shoot for in the
I
hood.
thought polar bearism was enough.
Yeah,
No, white people extend some pretty far.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. You need some Caucasian friends. They do this shit for fun.
Dude,
You as the non-Caucasian have to just sit back and sip a beer and just watch them be white people at his finest.
slap the guy said, braced himself, you know what I mean? He felt the impact, he rocked a bit, but he held good. Then it was his turn. See, dude, let go the slap. He, muscled up.
Oh, so he ate that slap.
The dude ate the slap.
Right.
He muscled up. Then he let one go. Pow! Dude just rocked and stumbled. So now, I guess if you can't hold your ground, you rock and stumble or anything like that, you're the losing contestant, right? So I'm saying, okay, this is crazy. This is interesting. To the point where now I'm starting to see it more frequently. So now I seen this one. I seen two I'm about to talk about. Then apparently there's a game app for this, so you don't actually have to get your hand or face sore. You can just actually go, do the button smashing and smack somebody else out cold if you want to.
Right.
Dude looking like King Kong Bundy against this skinny white dude looking like
Bud Bundy?
Bud Bundy.
Okay.
Skinny white dude started off first. I may have to make the sound effects so you can really know the difference to what's going on, right?
Right.
You heard the first one, right?
Yeah.
Fat dude just like shook his lips. Like it didn't affect nowhere else but his lips.
Right.
Shook off his lips. Then he wound up. Skaga!
Dude went flying.
Not only dude went flying, his soul left his body and never returned. They had to pick boy off the floor.
But then,
This and the
there
third.
you go.
So I'm saying, okay, now you're just risking your life in some foolishness, right? I'm saying the same thing you're saying. This is white people shit, right? Dude, the last one I seen,
Black dude?
big burly black dude. Big burly white dude. So I said, oh, this is some shit. You know what I mean? Some crazy ass white dude, because when you're crazy ass, you don't feel anything.
Right.
Against a big burly black. When you're big burly, you don't feel anything. So I'm like, okay, this is some treat. They went at it, bro. Sprack!
What, back and forth?
Sprack! No lies, at least 4 rounds of hand slaps.
Shit.
Neither of them wanted to face. They had to just stop it and call it a tie.
Did they give somebody a pimp cake? Because somebody had to have a
I was looking for something extra spectacular after that because I don't understand this.
I can't.
It's a sport.
I can't.
People are getting smacked out silly, and this is what we have to enjoy during the COVID times. So I just wanted to ask you about it, man.
You should watch something else, man.
Would you try to do something like that?
Yeah, that's your damn mind. I'm here trying to find a COVID cutie. I'm not trying to find a blind one. My face gonna be all types of fucked up.
If you were invited to a slap match,
Pre-COVID or after COVID?
after COVID, everything is good, right?
I'm in the back.
Everything is good. You had the opportunity to slap someone silly. Do you know who you would do it to?
Kanye. I slapped the shit out of Kanye.
I
I slapped the shit out of Kanye. I swear.
You take a slap back from Kanye just for the opportunity.
I let him go first. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I think the Kanye animosity I got in my hand,
right? It might set him straight.
Yo, I bet you be a different kind of dude, boy. I slapped the piss out of Kanye.
Oh man, it was just insane to me. I was like, oh, okay, we gotta I gotta raise it, and then see if there's anybody out there who wants to just slap somebody just for the sake of slapping somebody.
So who will you slap?
There's quite a few people I slapped.
God
Kanye
damn,
might be on that
What
list.
kind of rage you got?
Kanye might be on that list, but I'm gonna slap Trump.
I don't know.
You don't know about slapping Trump?
No. I mean, Trump said some dumb shit, but I feel it's all hysterical. Like, I don't think we're gonna ever get another president like Trump.
No, we're not.
We're not gonna get a comical. We're gonna get some boring ass politician that just stick to the regimen. They're not gonna go off the cuss.
This is really
They're
the
not gonna tell
calm
nobody
before the storm. Is what you're
Yeah,
trying to tell me?
this is over. Man. After this, whatever, they're gonna make sure they never put another person like Trump in the office again. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, by then slap boxing might be a all-time high sport.
So okay, so Trump. Who else?
So I got Kanye. I got Trump. I got
You got the whole MAGA team on there.
Yeah.
And one more person.
One more person. The person who put the cold McDonald's fries in the wrong order in my son's bag. He won't get a slap. I might just get out to the point I'm just randomly slapping people.
God.
Don't go to
the
COVID talking to me, but you just might be pissing me off. I might just slap you.
I think, here's my thing. I think, what if the person who slapped the shit, okay, the one person you got to slap the shit out of and stuff, whatever, was an old lady named Agnes, and this is her last day on the job. You still slapping the shit out of Agnes?
Agnes, did you get my order right?
No.
Ain't no time to turn the other cheek, baby.
Oh.
You won't take these 5 fingers.
I've been waiting to say this. Once again, folks, these words do not disclose so freaking marvelous. That is out of pocket. I've been waiting to say that shit.
I ain't discriminating against Agnes. She can get it too.
A lot of mercy. Yo, let's get to some shit. Let's get to some real shit.
We're already in some shit.
You gonna go to jail on your side,
right
yo.
Okay.
Arrest that side of the damn show.
Agnes, just don't say nothing wild.
Let's talk about Ahmaud Arbery's murder.
Yes.
So, story in a nutshell so far, as it's fed to the media, a young man, 26 years old, Ahmaud, he was gunned down February 23rd, the morning of February 23rd and stuff. He went for a jog in the morning, and there was two fathers. I don't even want to mention their names. I don't like giving villains too much credit.
Yeah, I mean, you can get all that information. It's obviously it's all over the
father
news.
And son. They're not Sanford and Son. They're just father and son. They're on their ones and twos, and they said they seen him looking into a house, and there's allegedly string of robberies, and the string of robberies basically were the reason why they were looking at him running,
right?
And he was going for a jog, and they had a confrontation stuff with him, and they shot him, and he died and succumbed to his wound.
Yes. Now,
so many sides of the story and stuff panned out, but when the situation took place, they were not arrested.
Right.
Right. This past week, they were arrested. The father and son were arrested. The video surfaced. A lot of people, they run with Ahmaud. That's the hashtag going on and everything. And what are your thoughts about it? Okay. Are you running with Ahmaud? Did you run? Are you just running your mouth? Like, what are we doing?
Here's the thing. I didn't want to jump in right away. I wanted to get as much information as I possibly could about the whole situation. So when you say February, I actually heard about this story. I want to say maybe late February or early March, around that time. At that time, they had a photo of the father and son, and a picture of Ahmaud. Now the details weren't fully there in regards to what happened.
As where it is now.
As to where we are right now.
Cool.
One of the stories was that, again, the string of break-ins that happened, right? And it was it was said that he was, this was what was floating, that he was a person of interest, and that he had just finished breaking into somebody's house. This is the story that was given, that he broke into somebody's house.
Right.
They caught him and they chased him down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There was no evidence of a break-in.
Mm-hmm.
When he was found, he wasn't found with any item on him that would suggest that he just broken into a house, anything like that. So right away, the story was sketchy. So that's how I got it originally on my news feed about, like I said, end of February, beginning of March.
Right.
Those times, right? Then it kind of went, just like everything else, it kind of went underground. So here we are now. The family is fighting for the truth. There's people who's along with the family fighting with the truth. They know that just how the way things are being said, it didn't add up, right?
Okay.
Bam! The video surfaces of what actually took place. So now the video that surfaces and what these cops have said are giving two different stories. So now it's being propelled back into the media. Social media is happening now. Dudes is tagging other people. Yo, remember what we told you about 2 months ago? How it didn't work? Well, here's the proof. So now the videotape is floating around. Georgia is now being pressured to say, hey, you guys got it wrong the first time. This is what's happening. And it's not the fact that they got it wrong the first time, because just today, or I don't know if it was today or yesterday, I heard that the officers actually wanted to arrest them that night. Spoke to the DA, and the DA told them, no, don't arrest those guys. I don't know for what reason.
They're former cops.
One is a former cop that could possibly play a part of it. We know how these things, pen out sometimes, right? But for some reason,
said no.
Even with the evidence, that circumstantial evidence there, they told him not to arrest these two men. So it's now a point where we don't know who leaked the video. Someone leaked the video. And not only was it the fact that it was the father and son, but it was a lynch mob. It was basically
the person who recorded the video.
The person who recorded this video, they were saying
you heard a gun clicking and stuff, whatever. They're like,
they were saying some other people might have been there with guns as well.
Yeah.
And they circled. This young man had absolutely nowhere he could possibly run to. He could not escape the fate that he was put in. We now know that. It's just truly disgusting, the circumstances that have fallen since then. You've got these elected officials who are supposed to protect and serve a community, looking out for one section that clearly has committed murder and has tried to protect one section against another. And we gotta, at this point, we cannot say it has nothing to do with anything else but race.
Okay. All right.
That's what I mean. That's where I'm at right now with this whole thing.
Okay, so for me now, when I'm looking at the whole situation and stuff, whatever, it's fucked up. Absolutely. Am I disgusted? Hell yeah. Am I appalled? Of course. However, we know for a fact you can't do nothing while you're black. You can't sit in your house and eat ice cream. Like Amber Geiger proved that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do anything with black. If you even own a license of a gun and stuff like that, whatever, like the Orlando Philandro.
Yeah.
You can't sell CDs while you black. Eric Gardner, you can't carry a brush with the Sean dude.
Yeah.
In New York, you can't do nothing while you black, right? And when this thing came up and I seen so many people start doing the reposts, I run with Ahmaud and everything like that, whatever. I seen it, I was seeing it, I understood it, I feel it. But if we're not gonna try and cover our own,
right?
This is just what it is. Racial tension has always been high in America and everything like that.
Yeah,
right? That's facts. But I want to say everything we do is gonna put us at risk. of getting killed. Period.
Yeah, but it sucks to just think that you can't say to yourself, man,
You want to go for a jog?
I want to go for a jog.
Fam, I just told you.
I'm
What was
looking
it?
out for myself. I'm trying to be this. I'm trying to be
Botham
healthy.
Jean? That isn't Botham Jean?
Sitting in
Sitting in his house eating ice cream.
Sitting in this crib.
Yo, you don't get more relaxed than that. You're in your house eating ice cream in your own house. You ain't going outside. You're not jogging. You're not doing nothing. And you still get gunned down and stuff and everything like that. Your life is gone.
Let me ask you this. If the videotape didn't surface, do you think we'd be where we are right now with these two being charged for murder?
No, they wouldn't be charged. They wouldn't be getting charged. They wouldn't be arrested. But it has, remember, the key thing is they have to be convicted.
Yeah.
That's the key thing. George Zimmerman was arrested.
That's the key thing.
George Zimmerman was arrested.
A lot of them get arrested.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's the key thing and stuff, whatever, right? And I get it. I get the outrage and I get the outroar and all the above and stuff. I think it's beautiful that people are standing with the circumstance stuff for that. But until we come together on a different type of level,
right?
This shit's gonna continue. I said it before in the show. One day it might even be me. It might be somebody you know. Until we get our shit together, we start governing ourselves and everything like that. That's where we're gonna stand. And then what throws me off and stuff, whatever, is that I have a friend. Check it. Her background's Italian. We're having a convo and stuff for that. She's like, yo, Marv, I really want to ride with y'all and stuff for that on this. So I'm like, but she's like, but what about the family that murdered the dude in Family Dollar?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, the security guard was black.
Yeah.
Who they shot and killed.
Yeah.
It's a black lady who came back and got her boyfriend and her son to come shoot him point blank for him doing his job.
Right.
And she's like, there's an uproar whenever one of our people kill one of your people, but it's nothing when your people kill one of your own people.
Yeah, and you know what okay, you know what the thing about is when I always see stuff like that, it's there is an uproar, but it's not to where it should be. No, you're right. She's absolutely right. We should it shouldn't be. We shouldn't look at it as this person has killed this black person because they're white. We're gonna make so much noise about it, and you know what I mean, and push the whole discrimination narrative, and then not turn around and look at.
Sounds sexy, baby,
and not turn around and look at us killing us, and be just as mad about it. Like you like, and this is part of the problem. Like, if we don't get mad about us killing ourselves, how do we expect others to stop looking at us and saying, okay, we're going to stop killing those? You guys don't even care for yourself. I mean, why should we care about you? And now, granted, I mean, we've had this conversation before, and we've, nobody kills another person more than their entire race. So it's not like you're going to say, okay, you have a disproportionate amount of white people who are killed by blacks. No, the majority of white people are probably going to be killed by white people. The majority of Chinese people are probably going to be killed by Chinese people. The majority of Indian people are probably going to be killed by Indian people. The problem is that we do it at such a frequency more than any other group.
I mean, you got a few Ted Bundys that kind of come.
You got to try to equal it out with the mass murders. Yeah, they try to balance
you got
the
a little Jim
equation.
Jones with the Kool-Aid.
Try to balance the
tropical
equation.
punch Kool-Aid that might come in.
But we do, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if we can't just say self-hate. We can't just say that it's the situations that we're put in. It's just that we know it happens, right? But we can only solve that problem. We can't look at anybody else to solve that problem.
And that's what I'm saying.
We gotta solve that problem. We can't keep saying that it happens and so be it. We gotta solve that problem. And then once we solve that problem, we can now say, oh shit, we're no longer fighting against ourselves. Maybe we should now come together and fight against who's really fighting against us.
Amen. Hallelujah. But that's what I'm saying. this is where the issue and stuff always kind of comes up, right? And from her point of view, she brings a valid point. She's like, so we're having a convo. So I'm like, so I'm like, what does it look like from your side and stuff? And I'm like, keep it 150%. She's like, to be honest, she's like, it's kind of like white people don't have to kill black people because black people kill themselves off eventually. And I was like,
Is she
like,
is she wrong?
She not lying.
If you leave us to our own devices, we might just do the job.
Lying.
We do the job for you.
She's not lying. So she's like, why don't we? So she's like, how come we don't just like ride with the security guard and stuff for her, or like, you know, do that much smoke and stuff for her to say like, yo,
yeah,
like this is fucked up. Like you're doing your job like you're supposed to.
And you know what? And you know what it is too, Marv.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the fact that because we are gonna voice our opposition against that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Media is not gonna cover it as much as they would cover of these white men killing black men and people speaking out about it. There could be people speaking about this murder that happened that we don't know about because it's not going to be covered. That's not something.
Here's my thing. I'm halfway with you on that, whatever, but like we got social media. Look at the Popeyes chicken sandwich and stuff, whatever. It wasn't the media controlling that. There was some dudes or some people. They're like, I got this chicken sandwich with this pickles. They took it to their personal page and did this, whatever. So with this security guard getting murdered and stuff in the Family Dollar, why not take it to their personal page to bring more awareness to it?
Yeah. I agree with you. But like I said, man, it's just there's certain things that again you say it's sexy to the media.
Yeah,
that's not.
And
this whole racial tension, racial issue, that's sexy. That's sexy. That's sexy to the media.
Ooh, it's like Kim K in a bikini.
Whether we like to admit it or not, that's sexy. Just to build upon what we're talking about, a little bit different, but at the same time, the same thing in regards to our black community, right?
Mm-hmm.
A good friend of mine, Debbie from Debbie's Salon, Debbie's Delicious. We gotta get it back out there and get some rum cream because I've been missing out.
Yeah.
I've been missing out. She posted something on her page, and it was a lady talking about Chinese nail and pedicures and stuff like that. The salons, right?
Okay. How about to say they got Chinese nails? I'm like, do I got English nails or I got Spanish nails?
The pedicure salons, right? The whole thing was now with the how we're looking how the Chinese is treating the black Africans in the black community.
Yeah.
Why do we still support the Chinese in their businesses?
Oh, well,
right. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Okay. So what she said was
black people racist because the Vietnamese people do nails and the Korean people own corner stores.
But listen to what she said.
Fucking go ahead, fire away, Debbie.
She said, this wasn't Debbie. This is a post that she reposted.
Okay.
The lady said, one, if I want to go do my nails right now, I can get up and I can go do my nails, right? They're going to be professional about it, right? They're going to be courteous about the job, right? And then they treat me with respect, right?
These are the Asian folk.
Gotcha. All what anybody who runs a business would consider a good business practice.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay. If I can't go anywhere else to get that level of service, why would I?
This is true.
Right?
Especially with women. Breadcrumbs don't do.
Especially we know how it is.
Well, men don't go backwards sexually, women don't go backwards in lifestyle.
Right.
So if you give them the champagne,
the finer things in life, that's it.
You can't go downgrade.
There's no
downgrade. No way.
There's no downgrade.
No way.
Right? So she's saying, why would I go anywhere else and experience bad service? Like if why? Because now all of a sudden now
you want to support black folk?
Yeah. So I was like, so I chimed in obviously, and I was like, I support black businesses, but I also support good businesses in general, right?
True.
So if you're doing good business, I like to see I work hard for my money, so there's got to be a value that I've being received for my money,
Dun, dun, dun. You work hard for your money.
Damn right.
Mm,
So I gotta see
mm.
a value towards my money, right?
Right.
Now, if that means I'm going where I know the service is proper and the product is
You
proper,
spend your money.
I spend my money. Then I went in further to say, Black people always want other Black people to spend money in the community, right?
Right.
But the problem is, other than hair salons, barbershops, clothing stores, we ain't trying to expand to any other business in our community. Restaurants. So if it's not those four things that we need, we can't get it in our community. We gotta go outside our community to get it.
Okay, so what other business would you like to see?
Well, even when this whole thing was popping off, I would say, okay, you guys don't want to now go to the Chinese shop to do your hair nails. Why isn't there more investing in Black technicians to go learn these things, to open up their own spots? Because clearly it's needed. Women are gonna do their nails. Women are gonna get manicures. Women are gonna get pedicures. Clearly it's needed. Why now you gonna get mad at one certain race because they jumped in where they seen a need, right? And now they dominated in it, right? Why are you gonna get mad at them when nobody else has, you know what I mean? At least I don't know. Maybe there might be one or two, but they're not at the magnitude. And then not only are you not at the magnitude, what are you doing to make your service better than anybody else so they don't have to go anywhere else? Not only do you have to provide the service, but you now have to be winning at that service. It don't make sense to just say, I'm a Black salon, support me because I'm Black. No, support me because I'm damn good at what I do, and I might be better than anybody else out there.
Success, baby. That's a story of success. You got to outwork the competition.
You got to outwork the competition.
That's it. Because they're doing this for a long time, for years, and you feel like that's your lane. Proof. Show your worth.
Show and prove. I'm not saying that there's no saying that we can't do these other businesses.
Facts.
But we tend to focus on what we believe that we know. And then some people jump into those businesses that I mentioned and don't even do it properly because they're not business minded.
That I can agree to fully. I look at it stuff like when you see like the whole nail aspect and everything like that. And I don't know if the Asian folk, if they get these things on a cheaper rate.
Yeah.
But if they do, then you're right. Again, it's togetherness. I always say togetherness. If they come together as a collective and say like, all right, we want to compete with that Vietnamese nail salon, not Chinese fucker, not Chinese, Vietnamese, and run shop and stuff and send them out of town and everything like that, whatever. We need 3 solid people to get this money and then fund that, whatever. And then, yeah, slowly but surely. But no, we don't do that together. It might be Sharkeisha in the cut, Boom Shika over there, and Tata Lalicious and stuff, whatever, over there. And they're all doing nails and stuff, whatever. Everybody knows, but they're not coming together in a collective.
Right.
We lack togetherness.
And
if we had the togetherness, we could run. Like I said, we can govern our own.
And part of and one of the detriments of lacking togetherness is that now we can't pool our resources to do anything.
Facts.
If you look at all the other communities, they pool their resources, and this is what allows them to go ahead as a people, as a nation, as a community. They pool their resources. Right. If there's a building that can house 100 people, right? The community, they'll pool their money and buy that building, put the 100 people in that building, making sure they're okay. Then say to those 100 people, okay, this is what we need for you to pay us back. We need you to be a valuable member to the community, right? We've taken care of your living. You ain't got to worry about anything else. You're set. We're not like that. We're not into building wealth.
Together.
Together.
You know the song, let's get together.
Getting heated up in this area.
Take your hoodie off.
No, I don't want to get sexy.
Smooth on wild.
I don't want to get sexy for the cameras right now.
Show your male memory.
I don't want to get sexy for the cameras right now, Marv. Listen, it is what it is, man. And the fact is, it just jumps right back to the fact that we need to hold each other accountable. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it's wrong, right? What these officers did, But guess what? It's damn wrong what that father and son did to that security guard.
Absolutely.
And if there should be this, the energy should be no different.
That's my main thing. My main thing and stuff is that let's keep the same energy across the board.
The energy should be no different.
An innocent life taken is still an innocent life
It's
taken.
still an innocent life taken.
So I don't care who did it and stuff, whatever. An innocent life was still taken and stuff and everything. And these people, to the families of lost the individual, that they cannot replace with money, nor another set of individuals being locked up. So, yeah, R.I.P. to Ahmaud. And I haven't run yet. The weather's here kind of upside down and fucked up, whatever. But
I walked a couple times.
I can walk a 2.23
I walked a couple
clicks.
times.
Yeah,
It
I can
snowed
do
today.
that.
Did you see that? The little snow
Yeah,
flakes?
I ain't fucking with Canada no
Yeah,
more. I'm done.
I'm
I
done.
think I'm gonna start selling my body and stuff to go live in Aruba or something like that.
Aruba's nice.
Ain't no damn random snow in May. I can tell you that for a fact.
I believe you.
Yeah. I don't know, but then again, it's the isolation. So since the whole isolation thing is going on,
Yeah.
so people's like, oh, there's more reason to stay inside. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Go make a popsicle and stab yourself with it. Yo, look here. Yo, speaking of isolation, are you pro-isolation or anti-isolation?
I'm anti-isolation. See, I can't even.
Did you eat a popsicle?
I can't even talk. I've been in that damn house so long.
I see it. I see it.
Oh man.
Why? How you anti? I'm pro.
You're pro?
I'm pro. Maybe because I'm out there and stuff for that. I want some days to lay in my house and let my nuts hang.
I think if and you know what, granted, you're gonna have some people who cannot follow rules, but I think the majority can follow rules. And it's just a situation where one bad apple spoils it for the bunch. Cause you can't take a chance now. You've seen that there's people are willing to put other people's lives in danger with not obeying with the rules of social distancing. So you just say, well, screw it. Then everybody gets screwed. We can't trust. We can't know if we can trust you. So now everybody has to pay a price and stay inside the house.
All right. Do you know anybody who's personally been affected with COVID-19?
I've had two people who've had somebody actually pass from it. I have
you
a
don't
friend,
know them or you know them?
I have a friend of mine in Jamaica. Him and his grandma caught it and recovered from it.
Okay.
Right. I don't know anybody personally, but friend of friends.
Okay.
Or family members of friends.
See, I have friends that have COVID-19.
Okay.
And I had one that kind of shook one case off, and I had another one and stuff that damn near went dire, but she pulled out of recovery and everything like that. So, I mean, that's the reason why I'm pro.
Right.
Because the shit is real.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
Not because I work in the medical field, but the shit is real out here and stuff, whatever. And I think a lot of people, they try to look and stuff for them because they don't understand it. So people just trying to brush shit off and everything. I don't know, but trust it. You feel different when it hit closer to home.
Right.
That's just my opinion and stuff like that. Whatever.
Let me ask you this.
Fire away.
Okay, because now we've been in the wave a good amount of months now, right? Have we reached the point where it's officially past death tolls of everything of other things? Like we know flu's still a popular one. Heart disease is still a popular one. All these things that we know that are up there that have contributed to the death rates over the years. Where does COVID now stand? COVID pandemic, where does it now stand as far as contributing to those deaths? Is it a leading cause? Is it in the top 5? Is it in the...
No, because remember, see, you got to think about those numbers and stuff are collective over years.
Okay.
This hasn't been a year of this.
Okay.
It's only been months.
Right.
Whatever, right? So, I mean, like, when it comes down to it and stuff, whatever, like, even, I think the Spanish flu in the early 1900s and stuff, I think, like, affected, like, over 500 million.
Okay.
Right? Affected over 500 million, and so many people and stuff, whatever, has, like, got it and died from it, whatever, right? And in this case and stuff, whatever, the numbers and stuff are, like, constantly growing. Countries don't know how many have been affected and stuff like places like even like India can't regulate something, bootleg China. The reason I call bootleg China and shit like that is because they're like, oh, we only have one case in one province and wildfire starting to spread over there.
Right.
Sweden never did a lockdown. So these numbers and stuff are steady to grow. But that's what I'm saying. You got to do about the survival rate and then like the ones who are who are not going to recover. So we haven't got a full collective of stuff for like the 1 year. Because if we want to say November makes a 1 year mark and stuff, whatever, has it beat out most of the other cases and stuff of the cause of deaths for 1 year? Absolutely.
Okay.
And it's still going.
Okay.
But everything else and stuff, whatever, it's still in the gray because we think we're optimistic. Most people are optimistic and stuff, whatever, that we'll beat this thing. And within 2 years, this will be a thing of the past.
Right.
Right? That's wishful thinking.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
But I mean, because I look at it and I say to myself, okay, we know we're in a midst of a pandemic, right? And it's claiming more lives than we would like it to, right?
Correct.
At the same time, we're putting all these measures in to prevent or try to curb the situation that we're in now, right?
Right.
So I step back and I look at it. Is it because we have big corporations and institutions that are tied to other things that we know are that's killing us, right? That we don't put the same type of energy in to find a solution of how to either curb it or keep it under control. Because again, smoking, how many related and unrelated deaths is caused by smoking? Tons, right?
Right.
Alcoholism, how many related deaths from is caused by alcoholism, right?
Right.
Prescription drugs, we're just coming out of, we still haven't cleared the whole
opioid crisis.
The opioid crisis, right? We're not telling people to lock up their kids, keep them away from meds, like so. How does this shape up? Like when we say we're gonna do this for one thing, why do we just do this for one thing? But then all the other problems we have, we don't seem to find any type of solution for those other problems.
Because I think those things are, I don't know if tangible is a proper word, but it's kind of like things you can see and feel and touch. So it's kind of like you can see a bottle of alcohol, you can say, all right, you're shutting down sales and stuff like that, or you're closing liquor stores and stuff like that. This shit is constantly moving.
Right.
Same thing with cigarettes and all that type of stuff, whatever. You can say like, all right, this store might close at this time. No, might not get no smokes. And if we put a warning package on this thing and stuff, whatever, it's up to you. It's to you at your discretion. But this thing is not discriminating on anybody. It's kind of like, hey, do you want COVID or do you not want COVID? You don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
So you're just either you get it or you don't, or you beat it, right?
Right.
So I think that's the thing. Well, that's one aspect. The other aspect and stuff, whatever, is that to the powers that be, they don't know how they might get hit with it and stuff, whatever, too.
Right.
So they're susceptible just like any regular person. So I want to say kind of levels out the playing field and the playing ground. So then therefore they be like, all right, you know what? Let me fall back.
Okay.
Let me shut down shit so I don't get fucked up.
Okay. So again, the powers that be, we're susceptible to this, right? Yeah. We can sell whatever poison we want because we know at the end of the day it's a choice thing. It's a matter of choice thing.
Right.
This weed, there's no choice in the matter.
No.
I could just go outside and I could catch it and be off tomorrow.
Right.
Right. So now it's a situation where we may not be concerned with everybody's health, but the fact that we're concerned with our health is enough to put all these things in action.
Facts.
Okay.
It's all about you, man. It's all about you. So wait, do you think the COVID scare is overhyped?
I think so.
What aspect?
I think the fact that everybody has a different opinion as far as numbers are concerned, right? You can't seem to get a solid lockdown on numbers. You can't seem to force anybody to give you true numbers because we you know what I mean, China gives us numbers, but we can't say they're 100% true numbers.
Oh, they're liars.
India has India even given like straight up numbers? At this point?
They're trying to give numbers and stuff. But remember,
right.
That slum in Mumbai, yeah, fam, there's like over 1 million people there. And there's probably like 300,000 of them that they don't even have a birth certificate.
Mm.
So much as even trying to go like to a doctor, or a hospital and everything like that, whatever. You're asking for a lot.
You're asking for a
from
lot.
those places and stuff like that.
Then you have doctors who are saying some people may not have COVID, but we got to mark them down as COVID.
Yeah.
So then when you hear things like that, it kind of says seriously. It kind of makes you sit down and wonder and say, okay, well then, if that's the case, if doctors are saying what they're seeing is not really COVID.
Not all doctors, though. That's what I'm saying.
Not all doctors.
Right.
But enough have come forward to say, hey, you know what? Some of these things that we see, yes, we do see COVID patients, but some of these patients that we do see, they might not have COVID, but we're still being told, hey, you know what? Mark them down as COVID.
Because there's so many things and stuff, whatever. Like, I work in a respiratory rehab facility, right? And I want to say, like, the pulmonary side, there's so many aspects and stuff tied to it, whatever. Because, like, you can have high blood pressure.
Right.
High blood pressure and stuff, whatever, what trigger off other things and stuff, whatever, within your body and stuff, whatever. So wrong, too. So much as you already have a hypertension type of problem and stuff. Then you add something like this. So with your hypertension and plus your lungs not overworking, let's say it's producing the mucus to that level and everything like whatever.
Yes.
The mucus might not get you, but your blood pressure and stuff going like that, whatever, might cause a stroke.
Right, okay.
And if it's not dealt with in a fast enough time, people die from strokes.
Yes.
But that's still, you got it. You already had a situation of hypertension, but the COVID now expedited everything. So now when they look at everything like, oh, this person had a stroke. But if they test the so fucked up with me, I was gonna say cadaver, but if they test the dead body or do an autopsy and stuff, whatever,
yes,
and they see that there's traces of COVID and stuff whatever in there,
all right,
you have to write it off.
Okay, so we get that, right? Mm-hmm. So you can die not you don't
not directly
die directly, but of complications from having COVID, right? Okay. With that being said, then you can also be an immune superhero.
Wolverine.
You can be a Wolverine type of person, right? Who can catch COVID, right? But bounce back. So you're not susceptible, right? Okay. We know we're looking at the elderly and those who have are immune compromised.
Okay.
Right? Those same people, is it just COVID that they have to worry about?
No, but there's other
things that they have to worry about, right? Just like anybody else who say there's other things that you have to worry about. So to say now you having COVID is gonna be a death sentence. Yes, it'll be a death sentence if you fall in one of those categories. Yeah. But guess what? Anything else could possibly be a death sentence if you're in one of those categories.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of like if you already know you're compromised or you're in some situation and stuff like that, whatever, you tend to move different.
Right.
And you tend to take heed of certain type of things and stuff, whatever. Like if you know you elderly and everything like that, and you know you pop a molly and your heart might race, you're not gonna do that.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. If you know that you're susceptible to some type of things and stuff, whatever, you want to take heed and shelter and stuff away from certain type of things. Secondhand smoke might fuck with you and stuff, whatever. Those people don't want to date people who smoke.
Right.
So you want to do those things to kind of stay away from whatever, right?
Okay.
But there's certain things and stuff, whatever, you know those things are going to happen. What does a COVID person look like? You don't know what a COVID person looks like. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like Marvelous Fauci, but I mean,
there's a war against Fauci right now.
Yeah.
I was about to say, there's a Fauci war going on.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I don't want no war to start against me.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Let me worry about me first. And then I can worry about everybody else. But like I said, like it's a situation and stuff that you don't know what you might be getting into.
Right.
And everything like that. I'm single. I want to hump. But at the end of the day and stuff, I don't know what that person, the kind of lifestyle they got into before they seen me before the event.
What if they just protested?
We all fuck because she broke social distancing and stuff, whatever. She about to socially kill me. She about to social distance me from my fucking family.
She's about to let you have it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's a complicated situation, but I get it how people are scared and stuff like that. But I mean, like, is it overhyped? I don't feel like that. But then again, that's just me, because I'm one of many.
Right.
And I understand, like to the quarantine folk, whatever. I sympathize with y'all. I hope y'all sympathize with me. I can't catch the fuck up on some of these Netflix shows. Every Monday, I gotta go in and tell myself I'm just gonna watch 2 episodes of The Last Dance. 2 episodes of The Last Dance.
Listen, man. Listen, kudos to you guys, because listen, every person who I know who works in a medical profession right now, they're running on empty, just waiting for somebody to just get to top them up. You understand? So I give it up to you guys. Man, I really honestly do.
Normally on my breaks, on my lunch break and everything like that, whatever, in a pre-COVID world, when it's cold, my black ass and stuff is in my office, probably watching a little doc, a little ones and twos, a little podcast, a little pre-game shit, whatever. Yeah. Now, I killed the lights, I kicked my feet up, whatever. I'm zeezing, okay? I'm zeezing. And then when I go home, I'm zeezing again. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we're running on fumes. Hopefully, like, on this side of the world and stuff, all vacations are canceled till June. Yeah. I had a birthday during COVID. Okay? I never went to work on my birthday in, like, eons.
Well, listen, man.
So that's what I'm saying.
I mean, the next month and a half? No, next 2 months. 2.5 months will be my birthday. Mm-hmm. Listen, bro, I ain't taking the likings of the picture of the aliens that you posted. That ain't happening in July, man. I want to enjoy my birthday.
His name is Smooth, a.k.a. Snitchmaster 3000. How you know it was me who did those posts?
Because July's my birthday. I'm not going to post aliens coming in to attack me on my birthday.
It ain't me, it's God, man. This is all in God's plan. It's God's plan. It's all in God's plan, man. That's what the song says, whatever. Life is still good. That's the other Drake in Future track.
Life is good.
Why you worrying about Lil Dry, little bitch? Yo, I don't know nothing about that song. It's like, little bitch. 100 count on my finger ring, little bitch. Yo, play this. The Hornet shit is even a wild thing. I'm looking at stuff. I think God tapped out on us. Me, real talk, I think God's like, you know what? God, I'm thinking, this is how I feel. I feel like God is up there looking down like, Jesus, come here. Come here
for a sec. Come here for a sec.
Let's look down at some of these people. They trying to be me? That, I think they're trying to be. Are they trying to be me? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to show their ass. And God just hasn't let up yet. April now.
He would have been like, wait. You did go down there, right?
Yeah.
Look at Jesus. You did go down there, right? You spoke to them? Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Murdering the Hornets, that's normally on the eastern side of the world. That caused like maybe 50 deaths a year and stuff, whatever, in like Japan. Yeah. And other parts and stuff, whatever, in Asia and stuff, whatever. Made its way over here. Explain that. That's God's plan. God's plan. Like, yo.
So a week after the murder Hornets made its way, they called for our saving grace, the praying mantis. Apparently,
praying mantis don't give a shit.
And Hornets is praying mantis food. I did not know. See, we're learning shit now, Mark. Okay. We're learning stuff during these times. We're learning
I absolutely stuff. Praying mantis will fucking kill a damn hornet. Why? Have you heard of a kung fu style named the Hornet?
Yeah, this is true.
Or you heard of the praying mantis?
This is true.
The snake, the tiger, the dragon, the scorpion. These things will fuck you the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
The Hornet, you just gotta run. Because that's what the thing is. The whole situation stuff is that these things and stuff, whatever, is just different. Yes, there's things that can kill it. How many praying mantises are you going to put out there before you fuck up the ecosystem?
This is what I'm trying to figure out.
You're going to fuck up the ecosystem. You're going to take the praying mantis that's more predominantly over there, bring their asses over here, then we have a praying mantis issue and stuff. This is God's plan. He's like, yeah, y'all want to keep playing God? Go ahead.
We just got to wait it out. We just got to wait it out at this point. I'm convinced.
That's what I said. So
we just got to wait it out.
Probably like, he's probably up there like, look, You X3 3000, whatever the fuck his name is, because he might be named like Elon Musk's son.
Right.
You know what the fuck how to pronounce that name?
I have no clue.
Yeah, no. They call him Kyle. We'll call him Kyle.
We'll
We'll call that alien Khalil. Khalil, bring your alien troops over. What's the destination for you to guys get to Earth? July 4th, Independence Day Part 3. Motherfucker. So, I don't know. Let us pray. Dear Jesus, please don't ruin Smooth's birthday. And I'd like it to make it to the 100th show. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
All right.
So
now that we've covered that.
All right. We're good? We're good.
Yes. It's covered with prayer.
All right. Which is more important than stuff, whatever? Either slowing down the curve or human rights during a quarantine? Because I know you probably feel like your human rights is being infringed on and stuff like that. And a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Not just you.
Yeah.
I don't want to single you out and stuff, but I feel like a lot of people and stuff might feel like that and stuff, whatever. I feel like flattening the curve is more.
I agree with you with flattening the curve.
Oh, snookums.
You understand? Like, again, this is the only way that we're gonna get by it. If we get it under control,
right?
And then after we get it under control, we start putting in measures to ensure that it doesn't reoccur, right?
Right.
So I'm all about flattening the curve. It's the things that we got to do to go about it, right? And again, it's like I'm saying, if you have one bad apple that spoils the bunch, the bunch suffers.
Right.
So now I'm looking at it as I could go outside. I could keep my 6 feet gap from anywhere. I'm not gonna be in any form of crowd. I'm not gonna be doing this, that, and the third. Right.
Right. That's it.
I'm going to be a law-abiding citizen within the compounds of what you're allowing me to do. Right.
Oh, right.
You're not even you're not saying you can't trust me to do that because it's already proven that some people can't do that. So now,
right.
I'm paying a penalty for this.
Absolutely.
Right? Well, I mean, anybody who's been law abiding is paying a penalty for this.
Absolutely.
And all I'm simply saying is I understand why we're doing it. I just don't think everybody should be paying a penalty for it. And the removing of your rights, that's a hard one to swallow.
I mean, it is, but I mean, it has to, like, I look at it like this. When it comes to drunk driving, let's say, I don't know the real stats, whatever. So let's say per province a year, there's 50 people who cause drunk driving, mortalities.
Okay.
Right? 50.
Right.
And stuff like that, whatever. That's part of the reason why you cannot drink drunk or under the influence.
Right.
Because of those average 50. So that's what I'm saying. That's not a high population to speak for like the whole province.
I get
you get what I'm saying?
I get
so
that.
Like it's something, some standard has to be set by reoccurrence of people fucking up.
I get that, but listen to this, Marv.
Go
right?
ahead.
When you say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, what did they do? They put in stiffer penalties, right? For drunk driving, right?
Right.
They institute bigger laws, right? For those who are underage to curb that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They put in all these measures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you still have people who go and break the law with their drunk driving, right? So hold on.
Go ahead.
But then what do you do then? Do you say, okay, nobody drives?
No.
You can't say nobody drives,
but remember,
right?
Those rules and stuff, the same rules that you're saying, they've been implemented over the years. How many years has COVID-19 been around?
But you're already telling people you can't drive. It hasn't been years. But you're already saying you can't drive. You haven't said, hey, you know what? Let's go through the years of saying this has been in place. Let's see who obeys it from who disobeys it. Because you're right. These things happen over time, but it took happening over time to realize, you know what?
This works and this doesn't work.
You know what? We put these penalties forth.
Mm-hmm.
People are still fucking up, right? We said this, we put this in place, people are still fucking up, right? We did this in place, people are still fucking up, right? We still haven't said nobody can drive to prevent deaths from drunk driving.
Right.
Right now, we're saying, hey, people fucked up one time, that's it. Everybody, stay in your house. Lock up. Don't move. We're not saying we're not trying anything. We're not trying anything else.
Right.
Right? We're just taking away the freedom of you leaving the house.
For now, though. But that's what I'm saying.
For
Like for now,
now.
because remember, if the lockdown started, let's say both nationwide and stuff for the Canada and US stuff for like mid-March, right? We'll say like mid-March.
Okay.
In any case and stuff, whatever. Now we're approaching mid-May and stuff, whatever, to go into 2 months to this and everything. Then they're starting to release and open up some places and stuff, whatever, because they're kind of like, we don't know what the fuck to do. Let us shut shit down and try to wrap our minds around the same thing. We don't know how to prevent this drunk driving shit. So let's implement one thing. Then let's implement another thing. And let's implement another thing. But that's over a course of years.
Right.
Within a course of months, they're pretty bad and pretty damn good.
Okay.
To me.
Okay.
That's to me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I look at. Like, it's still in its infancy. So we can't just really speak like they've been on lockdown for like, this is year 19.
I feel like it.
The way you acted is like, you make it seem like it's
feels
year
like
19. Yo.
Damn, Marquis gonna have a wife and kids by the time we get out of this bitch.
Who he sleeping with? She might have it. Yo, so what do you think the positive effects of this whole quarantine is? Since you're not for it.
No, you know what? There's a lot of positives that's happening right now. And the but the sad thing though is that the positives that are happening, they should have just been positive anyway. It shouldn't have took this for people to spend more time with their families. It shouldn't have took this for people to say, hey, you know what? I've been thinking about doing this all this time. I just never had the time, or I could never find the time. It shouldn't take us having to be in a situation like this to find out that, hey, you know what? We're stronger as a people. We're this, that, and the third. It shouldn't. But hey, if that's the outcome, I'll take it.
Then you'll take it.
I'll take it.
Because I look at it and stuff as that like, yo, these things and stuff, whatever, prove to me us as a society and a human race thing needs to do better.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Like certain things and stuff with like with the rules and issues and stuff like that, like, you know, with the whole lockdown thing and how, like, you know, so many people could have worked from home from before and everything. Like it kind of showed and proved so much things and stuff can get done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When the gas prices went down, that was a whoop whoop. I see this bitch is slowly trying to climb.
It's going to climb, man. It's going to climb.
I'm gonna fill up when I leave this bitch.
We're going to get raped. We're going to get raped.
Yeah, we're going to get raped again and stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the little small changes, stuff, whatever. And like, you know, the whole, not the social distancing aspect and stuff, whatever, but I want to say it proved and stuff that a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't wash your hands. And it took something like this.
Wash
your
ass.
You know, the cleanliness shit type of shit, whatever. So these things kind of prove some things and stuff, whatever. Like when I say, it shows like, there's improvement that we need to do.
Right.
Us as the human race and certain societies and stuff, whatever. And
I mean, well, the earth got a break from our madness.
What? Didn't it ever?
It got a break from our madness.
Mexico City used to look nasty with the pollution and stuff. They have oxygen bars there. There's so much pollution that they have oxygen bars.
Yeah.
And you can actually see from like one high point to across to another high point. You can see mountains now in California and like the LA region and stuff like that, whatever, lack of cars on the road, the pollution and everything.
It's so funny because if there was any time for you to be outside and get some real fresh air, it's now when there's real fresh air.
There's real fresh air. Facts. So I mean, like, I want to say so. I dig it. You know what? It'll be slap if they fucking move forward with like a maybe not like a lockdown thing, but like a no cars type of like, you know, weekend or something like that.
No, there can be ways to flip this where there's so much good can come out of it.
Not on this side of the world, though.
No. Well, I was about to say.
Yeah, on this side of the world.
Listen, there's ways.
I know my rights. Okay, I know my rights.
There's ways.
You're not gonna tell me what to do.
There's ways.
My name is Karen, and I fix my hair.
There's people with their rights, and then there's the corporate world. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? A lot of things move to the corporate world's drum.
Because we live in a capitalist society.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Everything's about money, whatever, right?
This is what I'm saying. So to even say, hey, we're going to have a day where we stop doing everything. We don't drive.
Not a day. We need more than that. Because like even like Earth Day and that shit like that, whatever. Marv, or cut your lights off.
We need more than that. But
Yeah,
to just get a day where you say nobody is going to drive, nobody's going to do this, nobody. If it affects how capitalism works, it's not gonna happen.
we can all be Jewish, man. Don't they got the Shabbat? Like, Jewish folk, they don't take cars and shit like on the Friday.
What are they gonna do? Walk?
Yeah, Shalom.
Jewish people, a lot of them work within their community. You can't. How much are you gonna say that for everybody else? You try walking to work. Well, okay, you're a different breed.
I am the Kenyan Hope.
You are a different breed.
I am the Kenyan Hope.
But if I live in Niagara Falls and I work downtown Toronto,
you better start sucking dick in downtown Toronto so you can stay somewhere.
It's about maybe an hour to an hour and a half length driving.
That's no traffic, too.
Driving.
Yeah.
If I live out in those places and say I'm gonna walk, guess what? I probably might not work it to work. And guess who's not gonna be happy? It's going to be Mr. Corporate Boss, who's not happy at me not working it because I decided to do one good for the earth. They're gonna say, man, screw the earth. Get your ass in the car and come to work.
Or commute. Carpool. They always tell you to carpool.
They tell you to carpool.
They tell you to carpool. People don't give a fuck. They like togetherness.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Yo, all right. Some real shit real quick. Tons of people and stuff that are like I said, some people are affected and everything during this whole COVID shit. I don't want to live on COVID and stuff there, but some people can live with it and some people cannot. How do you think people should cope and stuff, whatever, if they lose a loved one in today's times? I don't want to sound like a Toyota commercial. I'm telling you, that Toyota commercial lives in my soul in today's uncertain times.
Today's uncertain times. You gotta get that Toyota voice going.
Yeah,
that tundra in your voice.
I need more cigarettes in my life. I got a squeaky little bitch voice, so I don't know if I can make the cut for it. But I mean, how do you cope after losing a loved one? Period. Minus in the COVID.
For me, it was a lot of just self-reflection.
About the person? Or
About
about yourself?
about the person, what they've accomplished in their lifetime, and if I'm really close to them, what could I remember of them being the age that I'm at now? What were they like at that age? What did they accomplish? Did they accomplish a lot? Basically, it makes me reflect on what am I doing with my life that would be, I would say, I wouldn't necessarily be better, but in a case of, I have my parents in mind. So in the case of me getting over that, right? I wouldn't necessarily be better, even though what they strive to do was to make their children better. Right. So if I'm better, then so be it. It's a bonus point. But I'm striving to be as good. Right. So then I start thinking, wow, what have they accomplished in their life? And then I start comparing myself where I'm at. You know what I mean? And if I'm doing good, I try and take solace in that, because I know wherever they may be at this point, I can take solace in the feeling that they're looking down and they're looking down at me and say, he's gonna be all right.
I mean,
he's gonna do whatever he has to do. And I kind of try and draw from that the strength, because it's at a time like that, you need to find where you can draw your strengths from. Right. You're gonna mourn. There's no escaping that.
Yeah, be able to feel. Let yourself feel.
You're gonna mourn, right?
Through the emotions.
That is gonna come without any help. What you're gonna need help in is finding where your strength lies to pick yourself up and to continue. That's where you're gonna need the help. Right? So these things now, I'm drawing from these things to draw strength. Yeah, you know what? You told me to do this. I did this. this is what's working. Or you told me to do this, I found a better way to do it.
Right.
This is what's working. But this is because of what the foundation that you laid. This, that. So I try to find every bit of good, every positive moment. Try and find every positive moment that you have that you can draw strength from. So all the time laughing together, all your successes together, right?
What if you don't have those type of successes with the person? Like, what if you lost somebody who is close and dear to you, like I don't know, like a nephew that might be like 22 or something like that?
But it may not be the successes, but it's gonna be the good times.
Right.
It's gonna be the good times.
So overall, just focus more on the good times.
Focus on it, because the only way you're not gonna be able to draw and get that is if it's somebody you didn't care for in life.
Facts.
Right?
Absolutely.
But if it's somebody you cared for in life, there's always gonna be a memory that you shared with that person that made you care for that person.
True.
That's how it works. Right? So when they pass now, you got to be able to, you're going to mourn. You're going to, the sad days is going to be there, but you got to now remember the days when you were happy. Draw strength from those days, man.
No, I agree. I agree. The only thing I want to echo and stuff, I echoed that, but I just add, like, get the support.
Yes.
Get the support.
But where you draw your strength from. If you need
from the living
support, yeah. If you need to get support from the living to draw that strength, where you need to draw that strength, that's where you kind of gotta levitate for. And I it's a hard thing to even get to that point to understand that you may need help.
Right, and that's my thing and stuff, like, to anybody who might be lost and everything, because to lose somebody, I feel like a lot of times people don't factor in and stuff for that. Like, you're not the only one that might be suffering from the loss.
Right.
You don't know the impact it might have on someone else's world from this person missing and stuff, whatever, right? It might be your parents and stuff, it might be a best friend to somebody else and stuff like that. Might be an aunt to me, might be an uncle to someone else and everything like that. You don't know the impact it might have on that person's world, but if you guys come together in that moment and stuff for that, it can probably help alleviate some of the stuff, whatever, because one person trying to push up a boulder is very fucking heavy compared to, like, 2, 3 or more people and stuff that are trying to push this thing up together.
Heavy.
So I mean, togetherness.
And sometimes you just need to recognize it. I mean, we got a friend of the show, constantly posting positive messages and so forth like that. So I noticed, a few weeks went by and I haven't seen any positive messages coming from that person. I was like, yo, this is unlike that person. You know what I mean? Especially in this time when people need positive, they're more than willing to jump forth and say, hey, you know what I mean? This is what it is. So I try to practice what we preach, which is, if you check for somebody, if you check for somebody, you check on somebody. Right?
Facts.
So I was like, yo, let me just send a quick message and see what's going on. So I was like, yo, what's up? I haven't seen, any posts in a while. Hope everything is okay. And that person just, first of all, started off by thanking me for checking on me. And then proceeded to say things weren't too well because they had 2 people who passed from COVID.
Okay.
Right? And then I'm saying to myself, okay, that explains it. You know what I mean? That's like, to me, that's the moment of clarity.
Right.
To me, right? So I was like, got you. Praying for you and the family, praying for their family and so forth like that. Just, you know what I mean? Just, I hope everything goes all well too. And they reply back, I really appreciate you reaching out, because they themselves looking at it I can do this by myself. Maybe I don't need the help of anybody else.
Right.
So, to draw strength from, right? So I'm not looking to ask for anybody else because I don't see it. And it's not, we're compassionate people, so we can feel certain things. And it was just me feeling certain things that says, reach out, right? Reached out, that person gained strength from that, right? Yeah. Just I don't know if it was a day or so ago, I seen them make a post, what they usually post. So who knows if I didn't send a message where that person might be thought-wise at the moment
Mhm.
or thought-wise right now. But again, it's that strength. You need
Be
someone
the
to either
change you want to see in the world, man.
you need someone to help you. You
Be
either
the
draw
change
that
you want to
strength
see in the world.
yourself,
Yeah.
or you need someone to help give you that strength.
Yeah, like, we fall down, but we get up. Look at me.
We fall down.
Look at me.
Man, you was just hitting church gospel the day today.
My name is Pastor Offering, folks. And all I want you to do right now is Pastor Offering. Follow the number on the bottom of the screen right now and donate.
He's a fool.
Yo, let's get to the question of the week.
Yes, let's get to the question of the week.
Are you ready for the question of the week?
Question of the week.
Are alpha males and alpha females compatible?
I don't think so.
Really?
Doesn't alpha just mean one at the top?
I mean, you can be boss queen in that dimension,
Right.
And I could be king shit on this side and stuff, whatever. And if we merge kingdoms,
right,
we're merging a conglomerate.
Your boss?
We're boss, yeah.
Who's the boss in the boss situation?
Well, his or her Benz, Mr. Boss, Mrs.
Who's the
Boss?
boss in the boss situation?
Tony Danza's the boss. I thought that's who you're asking. Who's the boss?
Who's the boss in the boss?
Tony
boss
Danza. I just said.
I don't care about Tony Danza's damn TV show. In the boss situation, where the king boss met the queen boss, who's the boss?
It depends on the moment. You can flip flop. You can flip flop. Look, you got meatball sub. How come we don't have a meatball dom? You have a submissive and you have a dominant one.
Okay.
Or you can flip flop.
So alpha when you need to be.
Yeah.
No.
But
maybe then that can work.
Alpha in the streets, freak in the sheets. Hey, that's Tiffany right there, baby.
I'll give you a couple snaps.
Yo, let's go.
I'll give you a couple snaps.
Okay, Smooth.
All right. So for you, there can be two alphas.
For you, no.
No. No. Someone's.
What's your alpha ass?
Someone is Hollow Witches to somebody's Bernadette.
Wallowitz and Bernadette?
Somebody's a Wallowitz to somebody else's Bernadette.
I don't know, man.
You don't know?
You
don't know?
No, because here's my thing. I've been with women who I want to say I consider them like they bossy or they boss type women and dominate everything.
Yeah.
And they'll say they don't want a weak ass man.
Okay.
They don't want a weak ass man and everything. They're like, if like it's to get it in or something's to pop off and everything, they're like, choke me, call me a slut, tell me I ain't shit. I'm like, okay, that's in your world.
Okay, so let me ask you something.
Fire away.
Is it the dominant alpha male saying those things?
No, I'm dominant alpha female saying those things.
No, okay. But when you get into saying and you get into the choking, is that the dominant alpha male doing the saying in the act, or is it the submissive male listening to the alpha female telling them what to do?
It's the dominant male because I plan to do it from before. I'm a real midget all day. I plan to do it before. Anyway,
you tell yourself that.
Yo, let's get to the axis. I'm alpha. Fuck you.
Right. This is your well, Marv. It's your well.
Thank you. Thank you. Axis Sons. Johan 832 said, "What is something that is expensive but only owned by poor people?"
Mercedes-Benz.
Luxury cars. Yo, luxury cars. Bill Gates still drives around.
Designer anything.
Designer shit.
Designer anything.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, you're right.
I've never seen, okay, I shouldn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen an ultra-rich person and a designer that I could recognize.
That's right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I've never seen an ultra-rich person and a designer that I could recognize.
So check it. I seen some documentary about like some British dude. He was talking about like the craze about like hype beasts, like sneaker kids and everything.
Right.
Like that. And in his documentary, he had a thing about people line up to buy kicks, J's.
Okay.
Whatever J's supposed to come out and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he's interviewing people in the line, like, why are you buying this Jordan and everything like that? Like, oh, because it's pricey and it's high fashion and like, you know, blah, blah. He's giving all the stripes and stuff, whatever. So the man's like, my loafers is high fashion that I'm wearing and stuff and everything. And the guy looked at like, that ain't shit. Because it's just like regular loafers.
Right.
And he said, he named some Italian company that I never heard of before. It wasn't just Epi.
Yeah.
Some company I've never heard of before. And it looked basic as shit. And he said he paid, I think, 900 pounds for the loafers.
$1,800. $1,800 for the loafers.
For the loafers.
They ain't loafed it.
And then, so when he get into the trend, like, you know, the conversion and shit like that, whatever, the guy's like, God damn. His eyes kind of bulged out of his head.
Yeah. And then he's looking at the loafers and say, his thing is, you paid that for that?
For that.
Yeah. See?
And but the same thing he said, I can say the same thing for you. You're going to pay that much for those?
Right.
I was like, So, yeah.
Right.
Slug meat.
I was about to say slap meat. No, we've been through that portion.
Slug
we've been
meat.
through that portion of the show.
If you could turn any movie into a porno but keep the same cast, what's your pick? Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch and what's the one with? Is it Rihanna? Is it Ocean's 8? Anything with an all-female cast, whatever, because I'm into lesbian porn, so that worked for me. I don't want to see no dicks in my fantasy. Go.
Avengers, because I'm into cosplay.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's kind of nice. But there's only like one female, though. Like 2 or 3 femels, though.
But there's some dominant females. There you go, back to those alpha females.
Oh, you want the alphas in your life?
Have to tell me what to do. Get on top. Let me just lie here and be your slave.
True that. Last question comes from username error. What is absolutely unnecessary?
Designer clothes and expensive cars.
Yeah. Was absolutely unnecessary. Yeah, I want to say negative thinking.
Negative thinking. Yeah.
Negative thinking. Just keep hope for the best, expect the worst and hope for the best. But I feel like a lot of people, they tend to take it too far, like the negative Nancy's stuff. Will have a meeting with somebody and you trying to shoot positive thoughts and they just come like, no, it's not going to work. Right. No, it's not going to work. Right. That shit is absolutely unnecessary and stuff for that. Yes, just think about a possibility where if that fails, you have a contingency plan. But not just quick to shoot down shit and not produce anything in the replace of the bad.
Replace of it, yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, because, like I said, man, at the end of the day, you choose what's either going to make you happy or what's going to make you sad. You choose on whether you want to dwell on a situation or whether you want to let it go. You choose how you want to react to something. You understand? So at the end of the day, you're either going to choose to not let it affect you and be positive, like how you said.
Right.
Or you're going to choose to let it be a weight around your neck and carry you down.
Very true. Very true.
There's things in life that you just realize that you as a person, you can't change.
Yes.
You can't change. So the only thing you can change is how you deal with it.
Very true. I can agree to that. Well spoken. All right. Let's get to Associate the Sons. For the week and slide up out of here. Associate the Sons. If you're not playing the role you've been given, you could be the missing piece of the puzzle. So say the Sons. Explain that for me.
Well, everybody has purpose, right? And let's say your purpose in life is to be
the greatest hornet catcher of all time.
And you've successfully become that greatest hornet catcher of all time, right?
Ash Ketchum got nothing on me.
Has nothing on you, right?
I want to be the very best.
The piece of the puzzle that you supply is that your surroundings, your group, they never had somebody or don't have somebody who's the greatest hornet catcher in life, right?
I don't like how you said hornet catcher. You made it seem kind of perverse, but okay, I'll take it.
I was trying to make sure I said hornet, not
horny. Yeah. Okay.
That's why I had to just kind of define it. I had to kind of define it. Lock it in the memory.
I'm like, you better clean up your convo, but okay.
Yeah. All right. Bam, you come in. They drop you right into that puzzle piece. Bam.
And then you solve everything.
And then they say to themselves, shit, now we got that piece now, right? But damn, we need the greatest praying mantis controller of all time, because now we got this mantis problem, right? Me over here, right? I'm really somebody who's a professional mantis catcher, right? And I feel it in my blood. I know I can catch mantises good enough. So this time,
what the fuck they bring me for if they're gonna bring you in?
But I see you over there
doing my great thing,
doing great things, catching hornets.
I feel special again.
You're doing great things catching. You're doing so much great things catching hornets that guess what? I don't want to be a mantis catcher. I want to be a hornet catcher like you.
You horny bastard. Yeah, I'm in.
So now while I'm fighting to be a hornet catcher like you, they don't need another hornet catcher. No. They need me to be who I need to be to fit in that puzzle.
Okay. I get it now. If you're not playing the role you've been given, you could be the missing piece of the puzzle. I got it now. In so many words,
so says the Suns.
So say the Suns. Cool.
Like that one. That's like that. You know what I mean? That's like that lyric you heard in the rap song, but then you went back to it like, a year later and he's like, oh shit.
No, that's like the fortune cookie you read when you were high. That's exactly what it was. And then you're like, what? Let me put this shit up when I'm sober. Let me read this bitch again. That's what it is.
Oh shit.
Cool. I guess that's it for today.
That's it for today.
Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember the difference between stupidity and genius. That genius has its limits. Peace and love. Y'all be safe. And
peace.
Don't forget.
Oh, real quick shout out to Little Richard and Andre Harrell, two notable Black people when it comes to not just hip-hop music, but music in general, has passed away this week. So yeah, we salute you. We just didn't want to forget that, because we've been saluting a lot of legends and thought it'd be appropriate if we make sure we got them. So yeah.
Wah babaloo a one word through.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.